Welcome back and bienvenidos to another segment of La Plática. This is Dr. Jose Leyba with Arizona Barrio Stories and Latino USA TV, bringing you authentic stories about our people, our culture, our language, and the successful businesses and individuals within our community that are giving back to this country. And today I have a really important guest from South Phoenix, South Central, a business owner, Angelica Riggle, owner of El Tacazo. Welcome, Angelica.
Hello, Jose. I'm so excited to be here.
Good. Well, one of the important things is your family history, which I think really laid the foundation for you all having a very successful restaurant, El Tacazo, on Central Avenue. Tell us about your family history.
Well, we've been there 35 years. My mom is born in LA, raised in Guadalajara. She came over here when she was 16 with the necessity of so many other people to work, to provide for her family. So with my upbringing, my mom ended up being able to be a stay-at-home mom, had her like fairy tale wedding and everything, ended up being a stay-at-home mom. And we had a need for her to provide. There was an accident and she became a single mom, and she had 3 children, and she had to find a need to provide and stuff. So with my family, then with my mom working all the time, I kind of fell into a role as like a mothering role with my family. So like even to this day, I plan all the holidays and organize all the things, whatever we're doing. I kind of went into like a leadership role, whether I wanted to or not, but I kind of embraced it, and it's been part of like who I am all of my life. So we were Latinos in an environment where maybe there wasn't an ability to, resource things for a small business entrepreneur. But with my mom's like passion and want to be able to start something, she started a restaurant. And that's my childhood. My childhood is being at the Tacazo, is like cleaning tables, is doing TV interviews with my mom at the age of 7, is just having to always want to be better or be more. That was like my childhood.
Wow, that's an amazing story, but it's the story of a lot of our population here, Mexican Americans, Mexicanos, Latinos, coming here struggling, yet determined to build a better life and build a better business. But you also have a degree, so tell me, what was your motivation to go and get a degree from Arizona State University?
Well, I went to Sun Devil Nation.
Yay, go Sun
Let's
Devils.
go Sparky. My mom told me, you're graduating from college now, it's your senior year. From high school, I went to Mountain Point, and she's like, you're graduating now, what is it that you want to do? And for me, I didn't really have the motivation to want to go to college, because I was like, my parents already have a restaurant, why would I need to go to college? But they're like, you're going to college. Like, I didn't have that opportunity. My stepfather, his whole family graduated from ASU, and it was like a big impact. So if I was going to go to any college, I was going to go to ASU, because it's the Harvard of the West, it's the best school over here.
Okay, let's give her a kudos for maroon and gold, okay? Because I breathe that, okay?
Yes,
I live that.
I bleed it.
Yeah,
I bleed it.
Exactly.
So my dad went there, and I decided to go there. And when I was there, I explored so many different options. But at the end of the day, I always came back to what I knew. And I knew that my parents had gone to a profitable business and everything. So my education, I wanted to continue on with something like that.
Okay, well, that's really great, and I think you're a good role model for a lot of young Latinas out there that are working hard and in their parents' restaurants or businesses. You can do both, and it only makes you a more successful person. But your family also has a history of activism in the town of Guadalupe, and that activism is so critical that you even marched in one of the Sister Chavez parades, right?
Yes, I was in 6th grade. They did, after Sister Chavez had passed, they did some of my family members helped organize. They were part of everyone that helped organize, and we did the marcha, and we continue to do that with so many other things, because it was so important in our family. Like, my grandparents and my dad were such activists in the fact that they always wanted to give back to the less fortunate, where they would form things or like things with the community, where we were always giving back. We would have posadas at my grandma's house, and all the kids from Guadalupe would knock, and we would make sure we had enough gifts for all the kids that were there, whether it was champurrado or something like that. We were always trying to give back to the community, and I feel like that took a lot showed a lot to me to when we could have had a business anywhere else and we decided to have a business in South Phoenix, because I've actually been advised multiple times to change locations.
Is that right?
I've been advised that I could make more money in somewhere else, but our heart is in South Phoenix and giving back to the community, knowing that we, like, as business owners, fuel these people's bodies every day to go to work, to eat a burrito, to, you know, make their life better, is something that, like, stems from all of my family doing so many work for the Latino community, or just for less fortunate. It didn't even necessarily had to be. My grandma did so much work for the poor. My dad was always right out there, always trying to figure out how we could motivate people to come and donate or do certain things to be able to give back, or just to have those kind of things. Like, my dad used to put on things in the tianguis, and it was events where there wasn't a place where you could go for Latinos could come together and see, like, Lucerito or see Selena y los Dinos or see somebody. They made these events so that people could come and gather and feel at home, where somewhere where they might have not felt that way, and also give back to that same Latino community where there would be revenue for them there.
That's an amazing story and a lot of history in El Tianguis here in Guadalupe. I mean, we were talking earlier about that the first Arizona State University Hispanic convocation was held at El Tianguis, and we just participated in the last one, which is held at the Desert Financial Arena, where, you know, it was full, 7,000 people, and the most graduates ever, over 30,000 Latino students attending Arizona State University. And so I love what you've done with your family, the culture, the history, the traditions, and giving back. Let's talk about El Tacazo and running that, and what does that all entail, and how do you do that on a daily basis? Because restaurant work is 24/7, right?
Yes, well, I have many hats. I'm taking them off, putting them on. As a business owner, and everyone thinks, like, oh, it was handed down to you and it's just so easy and everything, but you're continuously having to pivot through the years, through whatever circumstances that come your way. As a restaurant owner, I'm a plumber, I am the cashier, I am the taquera, I actually make the green chili and red chili myself.
Oh, okay, so we're gonna sample that afterwards, okay?
Yes. Well, I actually make those things myself because we don't want to lose that recipe. Like, these are recipes with my mom's passion for cooking. We have my grandmother's recipes from Guadalajara style. We wanted to give the community something. El Tacazo is giving the community a concept of, like, fast casual food when there wasn't anything like that. We've been there 35 years. You know people, I hear those stories of people coming in, like, I used to come here after church with my abuelita to have the menudo because it was our favorite thing. Or I have people that, like, every time we had a big birthday or something, we would come here and we'd have your burrito de lengua or whatever the item was, but us having that authentic feel when there wasn't that. Like, it's an hecho en casa kind of dish, a made in house dish, you know, like, it's like you went to your grandma's house, but you can get it at a quick time if you need to go through the drive-thru, or you can come in and have this amazing meal. You know, for us, it's all about the passion of watching people take that first bite. Like, I can't say that enough. It's like one of my slogans, like, to myself, is like watching the people take the first bite, to alimentar su cuerpo, to, like, you know, I don't even know the translation to that. Fuel their body. There you go. Fuel their body. It is gratification for us, and that's why we continue to do it. And being in the restaurant, it's not the easiest business, because you have to go with so many things of, like, things breaking down, employee stuff. And my employees are, like, so amazing. We're like a family. We try to keep it. We have employees that have been there for 20 years. Like, we try to keep our stuff united and treat everyone with respect and keep it as a team so that they feel happy to be a part of us. And we don't really like to change employees, like, unless we have to, you know. We like to make sure that everyone feels like we're a family there. And,
you know, a lot of the family-owned restaurants that I know of, especially Mexican restaurants, but a lot of the other family-owned restaurants, they have employees that have been with them many years, and you do create that family atmosphere, which makes, I think, everything authentic. Now, a few years ago, every business in South Phoenix had the challenge of a light rail, and there have been some negatives to it, but everybody's trying to move forward. What impact will that have on South Phoenix, the culture, the businesses, and gentrification?
I feel like at the beginning, it's always a headache for everyone. Construction's a headache, everything's a headache about that. But knowing that there's going to be more accessibility, not only to my business, but to South Phoenix, for people to be able, and it's going to be great for the community. well, I hope, you know, that it's great for the community and that it brings in more revenue, that people are wanting to come to this side because, you know, not a lot of people know about it. It's like a little hub of its own with so much culture and history in South Phoenix with all the cool art fixtures that they did, you know, and it's like local artists that were able to work on the stops where we have a platform in front of us. So if anyone wants to come down from downtown to come to us, you guys are always welcome to. It's a quick ride, you know, but I just feel like it's part of changing with the times.
Okay. Well, here at Arizona Barrio Stories, we always want to highlight successful businesses, and we want to encourage all our viewers to get there and to have some of that authentic food. I know as you walked in, our producer Gil says, "Hey, I've been there," and in the back, a couple of folks said, "Hey, I know you," and so let's work together. But as we close, we have about a minute left. What would you have to say to someone that wants to start a business?
Be prepared to have to reinvent. And that it's going to be challenging, yes, but it is so gratifying at the end of the day if you're passionate about what you're doing. If you're passionate about that thing, then it's not like work. It's like something easy. It's just like another day. Okay. Well, I want to thank you, Angelica Riggle, owner, manager, a little bit of everything, plumber at El Tacazo. Once again, El Tacazo on South Central. You can take the light rail there. The best homemade food you're going to taste in a long time. This is Dr. Jose Leyba signing off, Arizona Barrio Stories and Latino USA TV. We hope to see you next time. Hasta la próxima vez. Cuídense, gente. Muchas gracias.